All right, guys, before we jump into today's episode, we have to come out with an emergency video, emergency update prior to going into the technical analysis. As you guys can see on Twitter, some pretty incredible things just pumped into the market. If you literally just click on any Twitter Explore page, you can see what's trending, which is hashtag Bitcoin. As you guys know, hopefully who Elon Musk is, you can clearly see some pretty incredible things just by searching his name. So Elon Musk has been known for pumping up some pretty incredible things in the market just by tweeting about it. Notice his 43, almost 44 million followers on Twitter. He just put in his bio one word, which was hashtag Bitcoin. That is something of power. So whether or not this big pump in Bitcoin was caused by Elon Musk himself is pretty incredible. We do know that there is a big pump forming right now on Bitcoin, as you can see clearly right here, 20%. I do believe that about 8% was caused by regular technical analysis, and the other 10% was caused by FOMO and people following Elon Musk into the pump. As you guys know, that there is some very key resistances that needed to be broken, and we managed to do so. Whether or not that was caused by Elon Musk is up for a debate. It very damn well could be. Instead of breaching resistance, or instead of breaching support and falling lower, maybe Elon Musk helped us break above this resistance and shot us up to some pretty incredible levels. But this is insane for the market, and it feels good to be in Bitcoin, especially when news like this comes out, especially for the long-term hodlers that have been in Bitcoin since 2017. Since 2016, since 2010. As you guys can clearly see, just by a quick search, you can see some pretty incredible things when you search that Explore page and you click on trending. Look at all the news that comes out. The message of Elon Musk just embedded into the Bitcoin blockchain for all eternity. The exodus has begun from Wall Street into Bitcoin and crypto. So we may be seeing all-time highs come once again. Elon Musk, one of the richest men in the world and the greatest innovator of our time, has only one word in his Twitter bio: Bitcoin. You can see right here, 65,000 short-term, 220,000 in 2021. Incredible things, hashtag Bitcoin. Elon Musk, Jack, some big power players are literally only saying Bitcoin. This is huge, guys. This is the road to the future. So hang on tight, and let's jump into the technical analysis. What is going on, YouTube? Hitter back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, boy, do we have some crazy stuff to discuss. As you guys know, on the channel the past couple of days, we've been watching a massive symmetrical triangle and us retesting certain supports and resistances on some of the biggest cryptocurrencies in the game. What's crazy is just the other day, we were watching us very delicately touch bottom support on Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, and the market got scared. We saw the coins dip below a critical support that would determine the future for the next, I would say, year of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency as a whole, and we managed to close above there. And today we've now seen the coin breach through our price ceilings, shooting the coins up to all-time, some pretty big all-time highs for 2021. Not necessarily there yet, but we are definitely heading there. So definitely make sure, if you want to learn more on how to capitalize off these massive runs, make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up. Make sure to follow us on Twitter at CryptoVOfficial. This way, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can DM us over there. Otherwise, let's jump right into today's episode. Boy, oh boy, do we have a lot of things to discuss in today's video, guys. I mean, I don't even know where to begin. First off, let's look at the market. We've seen some pretty crazy stuff. That's actually pretty comical too, right here. This Wall Street Bets thing with a little Trump photo, up 134%. But some pretty crazy things have been happening in not only the stock market with the S&P 500, with the overall economy, but we're seeing, the AMC, we're seeing Blockbuster, we're seeing GameStop explode in prices, and then we're seeing money detrimentally leave that. And now we're seeing Bitcoin and cryptocurrency explode up. So this is extremely exciting. This is huge for the market. And there are some critical resistances that we broke within cryptocurrency, within Bitcoin, within these, within these cryptos and altcoins that we needed to break if we wanted to see all-time highs retest markets once again. And this is huge for us, guys. This is huge. Bitcoin's up 20%, Ethereum 8.7. A lot of you guys were, thinking whether or not this market was going to be dead. We were extremely bullish on the channel for a very long time. We did discussed the emergency bottom supports that were being retested, I'd say the past 2 days on the channel. And we went into specifics discussing key resistances that needed to be broken in order for us to blast off to the upside. So I don't even know where to start. Obviously, let's just scroll through like we normally do. XRP, clearly resistances are right here where this 4-hour moving average is. If we broke through there, there was a very good chance we were going to see prices break to the upside. We saw a small wick, a small formation within the coin, probably caused by the rest of the market's volume intake, and that's ultimately pushing the prices up. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see Ethereum gradually breach through resistance here. Really, honestly, what we've been discussing within XRP is we needed to breach above 30 cents in order to slowly, consolidate up to the upside, giving us a better look at the daily right here. You can see what we're referring to. There's a good chance that we can now slowly start to correct up and finally retest for the daily moving averages closer to 33 cents. We don't look too bad on the MACD. I just want to pull that up wherever it is. You can see we're pretty overextended. It's actually interesting to see that. But I do think at most we're probably going to retest 33 cents before we see some more consolidation. Granted that we're not really doing too well on the MACD. But my main focus right now is on these other cryptocurrencies that are huge. We've been looking and focusing on Bitcoin and Ethereum the past couple of days. And this is what we got to talk about because Ethereum is foreshadowing what we think is going to be a massive pump in some sort of direction in a very quick moment. Notice that we've been tracking this coin for a very long time. I would say at least 2 or 3 weeks where we've had a beautiful ascending triangle bottom support blowing the coin's price up to our price ceiling, this resistance right here, which is capitalizing at 1388. Prices really have not been able to breach through that, and they've tried, but normally they don't have much success. So today's candle, we're actually seeing prices once again breach above here. Hopefully, unlike the past couple of times where we've managed to wick up above there and then correct downwards and not hold, hopefully today we can actually close today's candle above this resistance, ultimately signifying a breach above all-time highs, and we should be seeing Ethereum breach to easily $1,600 in the next couple of days, if not hours. So this is great news for the market as a whole. Volume came back really strong. My main focus is going to be on Litecoin and Bitcoin, because I do believe these are going to be some pretty crazy things for you guys to look at. So notice Bitcoin and Litecoin. This is where things get absolutely wild. So notice back, we can go to the 4-hour really quick, or we'll do that in a minute. We are creating these lower highs formations on the coins, and we've been discussing that there is clearly a price floor where the prices really have been kind of hanging out, not being able to breach through. We discussed in a more emergency videos the past couple of days, emergency warnings. If we breach below this bottom support at 123, Bitcoin was clearly at support right here at 30,400. If we breach those support levels, there's a very good chance that we are going to see the market tumble and correct and enter a bear market for the next couple of months, easily up to a year, and that was a very bad sign for a lot of people. So it's great that we didn't actually manage to do this. We're actually booming, shooting up to the upside. You can see it even here on BitYard, which I want to talk about real quick. But you can see like Bitcoin right here, pulling it up on the daily. You can see the massive run that it's actually having as it got caught by its 40-day moving average right here. Prices exploded up. So hopefully you guys took advantage of that. I mean, we've been marketing this and talking about this for a very long time on the channel, clearly showing you guys price ceilings, clearly showing you guys price floors, bottom supports, resistances at the top. We've discussed this on Patreon. We've discussed this in the in the Discord group, and finally we got to see that key breach of resistance, and we managed to explode up. So let me just get rid of that real quick. Boom. And we actually managed to explode up, causing incredible gains to be capitalized. And I know a bunch of you guys took advantage of that because you did DM me and message me. But we shot up about $5,000 in literally overnight. It was mentioned yesterday and it's happening right now. So definitely make sure to take advantage of that. BitYard is the way to do this. You can leverage trade. You can buy long, sell short. You can practice on the demo account. That's pretty much what I've been recommending. This is where I make my trades. So I highly recommend you take advantage of that. I did link BitYard in the description down below. And it is definitely something to add as a tool to your toolbox. You don't have to use this. Be my guest. You don't need to. But this is what I recommend as probably one of the better exchanges out there for leverage trading, especially since they offer still XRP, which not many do. But to jump right back into things again, you can see in grave detail what it is that I'm referring to. These are the lower highs that we're forming. Boom, boom, boom. These are what we're referring to. On Litecoin, it goes the same. Lower highs here. Boom, boom, boom. boom, lower highs that are forming over and over and over again, ultimately leading to a bear market. Lower highs are ultimately a reversal, or what shows the start or the beginning to what could be corrections to the downside, breaches down to the lower levels, and ultimately bottom supports usually are broken as the lower highs are created, and ultimately it's going to send us lower and lower and lower. Obviously, descending triangles formed as well. The only way we would have clear confirmation of reversals happening is if we breached a prior high, or a prior lower high, and started to head up to the upside. And that's exactly what Litecoin did and Bitcoin did as well. So I want to just draw that out and illustrate that. You can see what it is I'm referring to. We're actually retesting this right now, which is very interesting, and it's definitely going to lead to, is the bull market going to be continuing? Are we now entering a bull market for the markets? This is something we have to consider. Notice these are the highs right here. I mean, it's clear as day. This is a high for you guys. This is a high, a lower high. This is the lower high. So we had 1, 2, 3. This is now the fourth lower high right here. So notice we're actually neck and neck right now, starting to see, are we going to be breaching this resistance, the prior one? Is this going to be shooting up? That's what we're waiting for. It was a great pop. We definitely broke the downtrend, but you can clearly see where we're capped off right now. If we manage to close today's candle above the prior high in the market, then ultimately we're probably out of this bear market that we entered, and there's a good chance we're going to start to see higher prices form within Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, the rest of the market. It seems like Bitcoin actually managed to do that before all the other ones, and this is huge news to me. This is what gets me excited, and hopefully it gets you guys excited. You can clearly see the lower highs that formed. We had our first one, second one, third one, fourth one. We needed to breach these, and you can see we clearly did, and this is great news for the coin because of the fact that we closed below, we're closing most likely above our prior high. This is a huge signal for retesting all-time highs. So there's a very good chance markets are going to be back up to retest all-time highs. But this was huge. It was perfect. This is exactly what we've been talking about. I don't care who says it. This is literally textbook evidence of what we've been referring to. We've talked about this day after day after day. We've shown you guys the warnings. I've shown you guys the warnings. Clear resistance is forming right here. Doesn't matter what else happened in the market. Doesn't matter. I don't care about the news that was being spread about, GameStop or the AMC or Blockbuster or Wall Street or Redditors. Whatever that is irrelevant for the pump happening right now. This is technical analysis. This is what we do. This is how we capitalize off these runs and make huge profits. Notice we've been watching this. There has been a huge downtrend on the coin. We've known this. This has been drawn for days and days and days, honestly, probably weeks now, where we've had a downtrend on the coin, this purple downtrend. We've had a beautiful key support. We were interested in whether or not this ascending channel right here was something of interest, for whether or not the coin was going to be using this as a resistance, and managed to break through there. So we decided to, capitalize off this bottom support right here. It held up very well. The second we saw confirmation, which was yesterday, the daily candle close above this downtrend, it was confirmed that prices were going to shoot up. It was that simple. This is textbook right now. We've talked about this in every video in the past. The second we see confirmation of a closure of the candle above on the daily, above this resistance, and we close the daily candle above there, it's signifying volume to come back in that direction, and there's probably like a 90% chance we're headed in that direction, which is the boom that we saw. Litecoin did a very similar thing. We'll switch back to the daily here. You can see yesterday actually got really close to closing below there, or sorry, closing above here. We actually didn't, but then the following candle, which was today, decided to open back up. And I wouldn't be surprised if we actually headed just a little bit higher, as it's only 8 o'clock in the morning. But this is great news for Bitcoin, as this really means that we're not out of the woodworks, or sorry, we might be out of the woodworks, we might be out of the bear markets just yet. We might be able to breach back up to $40,000. That's huge. It was looking very unlikely due to the lower highs that were forming, but the fact that we broke through and breached a prior high is incredible. So let's see where today's candle closes, because this is going to be huge. Hopefully we don't correct and retest all the way back down. But this was great news. Hopefully you guys bought in. Obviously you should be moving your stop losses up and up and up. Move it up to 36,800. Move it down to 36,500. Create your profits so you can break, or you can capitalize off the break-even point and just capitalize off runs. I wouldn't recommend buying in just yet, because it's a big pump and it's probably going to be the end for today. Maybe a little more consolidation. I'd be shocked we could easily see that prices go up to 40,000 all-time highs again today. But there's some resistances forming on some of these cryptos. I mean, Litecoin's retesting resistance right here, getting very close to being overbought. Bitcoin looks okay for right now. Good chance it can go higher. 4 hours are starting to hit overbought right now. There's a good chance of a small correction. Yes, obviously it's hitting prior resistances, but we did manage to breach the lower high, which is just great news. So hopefully we could just close today's candle just ever so slightly above this resistance here at 34,478, or maybe closer to 35,000. But regardless, we're definitely back in the game, guys, and this is very exciting for, prior movements to come. Ethereum looks great too. This is a coin we have to watch very steadily. Today's candle decides to close above resistance here, just like we're doing. If we could just close a little bit higher up, there's a good chance we are going to be breaching this ascending triangle. We're going to breach the price ceiling, and there's a good chance we could see a big rally to come for Ethereum. This is just a little bit delayed, unlike the rest of the cryptos that decided to explode up like we're seeing. Ethereum not really taking the big breach of things. A lot of these cryptos are really only getting about 7 or 8%. Bitcoin taking the biggest swing, but you can see right now that Ethereum's really just waiting right now. If it confirms a breach above this resistance, expect to see a massive pop. So tonight's going to be the night, guys, where we decide whether or not we're going to be buying in to go long on Ethereum or buying in to short the market. Otherwise, that's pretty much going to wrap up today's episode. XRP is looking very nice in the fact that today's candle is opening above this resistance. Hopefully we can stay above this resistance and start to see a little bit more of a correction back up. And then there's a good chance we'll probably swing back up at some point in the next couple of days to 32 cents to maybe 38 cents. Otherwise, that's pretty much going to wrap up today's video, guys. Definitely make sure to check out BitYard if you wanted to leverage trade or buy long or sell short. Otherwise, make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a trying thumbs up as this does help support the YouTube algorithm, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Peace.